Alrighty, I know you're ready for it. Today we start our discussion of conic sections. Oh, the joy. We've already started learning about conic sections. These are images made when a right circular cone cuts through a plane. When they do that, you get several different shapes evolving. One, we've studied for a long time, the parabola. Another one, circle. Another one is the ellipse, what we sometimes refer to as an oval. And then a fourth one is called a hyperbola. It looks like a parabola that has fallen over, and then a mirror image is taken of it. So, parabola, circle, ellipse, hyperbola. We're going to be discussing circle. Most common way that we see the formula for a circle is x squared plus y squared equals 1. This is a circle with a radius of 1 that has its center point at the origin, 0, 0. But here's the standard form, or the standard equation for a circle. It includes parentheses, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, or r. All right? What we need to notice and what makes this a circle is that both the x and the y term are positive and they are being squared. They're both on the same side of the equal sign. And they both have the same coefficient, which means they're both changing at the same rate. If one of them had a different coefficient, then it would no longer be a circle, it would be an ellipse, but that comes later. But there's a couple of things that we're going to need to know that this makes easier for us. It is actually r squared. First, it's the center of the circle. The center point of the circle comes from the opposite of h, comma, the opposite of k. This gives us our center point. So if we had an equation for a circle that looked like this, the center would be the opposite of this, so positive 5, the opposite of that, negative 3. There's the center point. And the radius, since this is r squared, the radius would be square root 16, the positive square root of 16, because this is a length, which would be 4. So now if we had to, we could go graph this parabola. Now for circles that are centered on the origin, they have their center point at 0, 0, like this one did right here, you won't have parentheses. Now let's talk for just a moment, because this is not rocket surgery. When you have an equation in standard form, it's in standard form so that you can get the center point easily and you can get the radius easily. Why is it the opposite of this number and the opposite of that number? Well, we've done this before. You set this equal to 0 and you solve. So x minus 5 equals 0, plus 5, x equals 5. Now we're also setting this one equal to 0, y plus 3 equals 0, minus 3, y equals negative 3. That's why the center of the circle is at the point positive 5, negative 3. Okay, so you have some, I'm going to use this same equation, but you have some exercises that say we want you to find the center and the radius of a circle using this equation, only we want to make changes to the circle. We want to translate it. Translate just means move 2 units right and 4 units down. Move it 2 units right, 4 units down. There's a couple of different ways that you can do this. First, you could just go ahead and get the vertex, the center point, 5, -3. Okay, it's the x value that makes it move left and right. It's the y value that makes it move up and down. Remember, this is backwards in our thinking when we're thinking about standard equation. A minus sign here means move to the right. I know, on the number line, it's the positives that go to the right. A plus sign here would make it move to the left. So this one, from the origin, we go to the right 5. If I need to go 2 more to the right, then I can subtract 2 more from this value. It's the y value that makes us move up and down. And it's backwards as well. If there's a plus sign here, that means move down. If there's a minus sign here, it means move up. We want to go down 4 more units. Well, this is going to make us go down 3. If we go down 4 more, then somehow that's got to be a +7 right there. So we could do it this way. X minus 5. Now I need to move to the right, so I need to minus 2 more squared plus y plus 3. That's going to move me down, and I need to move down 4 more, so plus 4 more equals 16. The radius didn't change. So I could solve that, and I would get x minus 7 squared. Solve this, and I get y plus 7 squared. And that will give me a center point at +7 for the x, -7 for the y. Or I could just get my center point from the original equation. I need to go 2 units to the right. For +5 on the x number line going right, I would actually add 2 more. And then go down 4 units. Here's my y value, the center point. On the y-axis, I'm at -3. I need to go down 4 more, so I subtract 4 more. And that gives me the center point, 7, -7. So either way you get it, it's not the most complicated thing in the world. Just remember, to go right means you subtract from the x's. To go left means you add to the x's. To go up means you subtract from the y's. To go down means you add to the y's when you're working in standard form. All right, now graphing circles. So I have this equation written out, and I need to graph it. So first I need a center point. My center point is going to be the opposite of that, so 2, and the opposite of that, 1. So my center point is the point 2, 1. Go over 2, up 1. Now I need a radius. This is r squared. So my radius is the square root of 4, which is 2. My radius is 2 units long. To draw the circle, I'm going to plot 4 more points. First, from my center point, going 2 to the right, since my radius is 2. Then 2 to the left, and then 2 up, and 2 down. This makes it a little bit simpler for me to see where I need to draw my arcs at, and when I complete it, I have my circle. Well, let's try another one. Center point, opposite of that, -1. Opposite of that, +2. So my center point this time is at -1, +2. And now my radius. That's going to equal square root of 9, which is 3. So from my center point, go 3 to the right, 3 to the left, 3 up, 3 down, and draw your arcs to complete the circle. Beautiful, beautiful. Here's one that I have to translate. Here's another method for translations. Get my center point, -4, -1. I'm going to plot my center point before I do anything else. So go out to -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down to -1. Now they want me to translate it 2 units to the right and 3 units up. I have this graph. I can just count that out. 2 units right, 1, 2. 3 units up, 1, 2, 3. That becomes my new center point. I'm no longer using that one. And that happens to be the point -2, +2. How did we get that? Well, we moved to the right, so we had to subtract 2 from this. X plus 4 minus 2. Moving to the right, you subtract when you're working with the equation in standard form. Then we had to move up 3. Well, what does that mean? To move up means you also subtract. So y plus 1 minus 3, and that's what gave us the positive y value in the vertex. Okay, the radius is square root 6, which is about 2.4 something, about. I can think of that as about 2.5. So I'm going to go over this way, just about 2.5, go up about 2.5, go to the left about 2.5, and then go down about 2.5, and now I draw my circle. Bada boom, bada bing, it's done. I hope this helped you. I know that you can do it. Just stick with it. Watch this video a couple times if you have to. You can do it. Thanks. Bye.